Hello everybody and welcome. I am Bricker Boom with Les Spooky Boom, and happy Valentine's Day everybody. What we've decided to do on a quarterly basis, we decided that we're going to go ahead and do some top 10 lists. Why? Because the internet loves to hate them. Also why? Because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm, and third reason why is because your hate fuels me, and I will happily respond to you, but only in the comments because I'm a poor boy just trying to make it on YouTube. Did that sound about right for everything?
It sounds like what you said before.
Fantastic. So with that, we're going to go ahead and do our top 10 favorite candies. If you would like to cover the how we decided to rate these.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be rating these by taste, by the nostalgia of the candy, our opinion, obviously, and then finally by the overall appeal of the candy itself.
I just want to point out, you are so much more mature and professional at this than what I am. I come out of the gate saying, fight me in the comments, and you're like, but here's our reasoning behind it. So, with that, we'll go ahead and cover the honorable mentions first, because I never understood why people waited until the, between 2 and 1 to do honorable mentions, because honorable mentions didn't make it on the list.
Honorable mentions.
First one that we have for honorable mentions is Nerds. Tart, sweet, yeah, it has some nostalgia, but at the end of the day, I feel like you're just eating flavored aquarium gravel, and nobody wants that. Listen, it's true, okay?
No,
sorry.
it is. I agree. Nerds are really good, but then you get that moment where one of them sneaks in between your teeth, and then it just hurts. You have to get it out with a toothpick or something.
Or when it doesn't even it slips past your teeth, and then suddenly you're choking. Yeah, that happens.
He choked on a nerd.
Moving on, the second one you had talked about.
Yeah, this one's my honorable mention, but it is a Black Forest gummy bears in particular. They taste like actual fruit juice, and let me clarify, it's the organic versions because the other 4 versions, they don't taste as good. I know that feels weird saying that, but
No,
I don't know,
that's fair.
They're really juicy.
That's fair. Okay. And then the third one that we had was Laffy Taffy, because it's good, and it does definitely hold that nostalgia, but the problem is that I feel like there are as many bad flavors as there are good flavors.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get hate for this, but I don't like the banana flavor.
And I don't like the watermelon.
I've never had the watermelon flavor.
Anyway, so, with that being said, on to the top 10! So,
Da, 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 da.
I love it.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Butterfingers. I believe that we did kind of collaborate on this list a little bit, but we'll kind of go into depth a little bit here. So why are Butterfingers at the number 10 spot for you?
They're at number 10. They're that low for me because they taste good, don't get me wrong. They've got that, definitely got that nostalgia kick for me. But if I eat, a whole one, I get an icky feeling.
So, I kind of agree with that. They definitely hit the nostalgia point. The taste is fine. The reason that it's so low on the list for me is because when I eat them, I then spend the next day and a half just trying to get bits of it out of my teeth.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It sticks everywhere.
I think the reason they actually made the list for me is because if I'm getting a smoothie or something and they have a Butterfinger one with the pieces in it, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. And they actually, I don't know if you've had these before, they have Butterfinger Bites now that are about yay big, delicious, still get stuck in your teeth, but not as bad.
Those are some of my favorites to get in the Halloween candy packs.
Oh yeah,
the little Butterfinger bites. Those are good. It's the perfect size.
It is because again, I think the taste is good, the nostalgia's there, the overall appeal. It is a little bit melty, but not too bad that you have to immediately eat it. But it's just the appeal of it being stuck in your teeth is what brought it down to here. So I feel
or falling on your shirt.
Listen, that is not a candy bar that you can eat shirtless.
You just get it everywhere.
Exactly. It just all over here.
I feel like it would fall on your beard before it would fall on your chest.
No, anyway, so Butterfingers number 10.
Number 9.
All right, number 9. Our number 9 is actually Kitkats.
Give me
So-
a break.
So this one was where our list kind of... We did go back and forth once about this, of Kitkat's placement.
She had it so high on the list, guys. You can't trust somebody that does that.
So, for me, it's just I like the little crunch from the wafers in the actual chocolate. There's a bit of texture. It's not just chocolate and then it's evaporated into your mouth. And they have mad flavors with Kit Kats. Like...
So I've only actually had the OG.
Uh-huh.
So I can't go with these other flavors too much. But I think I've seen like white chocolate and strawberry and other stuff like that. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I've only ever had the original, but I do know of all the other flavors they have.
Yeah.
And I guess that helps in its appeal. Because in Japan, actually, the Kit Kat has so many flavors. They've got like matcha, sweet potato. They've got ones that you can actually bake.
Oh.
You bake them, and you eat them warm. So I think that actually bumped it up from 10 for me, at least, because there's more of an appeal to like a broader
That's fair.
audience.
For me, the reason that I kind of put it still low-ish on the list, but still on the list, is because for me, the issue with Kit Kats is, one, I feel like the chocolate, where it is so thin, it melts very quickly, so I feel like it's a very messy kind of treat. It's not as bad as Butterfingers, where, again, it's stuck in your mouth, but the fact that I feel like every time I eat Kit Kats, I end up having to wash my hand afterwards is a problem. I also, for me
You're supposed to lick your fingers, first of all.
Okay, I get that. Listen, before 2020, I would have agreed with you. But the thing is, like, I also, sometimes, I want to go ham. I just want to eat across and not break, but people look at you like you're a friggin' savage whenever you do that.
I am really glad that you've done that before, because I've done that many times.
And do you
I don't-
realize how harshly the Kit Kat community will judge you?
I realize. I don't do it in front of people. But I just outed myself, but I do that when I'm like by myself.
I do it in secret.
Yeah, I do it in secret. I'll eat it like a heathen. But then there's also that was a candy you could actually share.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I don't know. They're not high up on the list for me, but again, I've only had the OG flavor. Maybe next year I'll change my mind. By the way, next year is going to be top 10 worst candies.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Airheads. The nostalgia factor for Airheads is strong with me. You remember the commercials?
Yeah.
The commercials were amazing, first of all.
They were insane.
A little creepy, but they hit that nostalgia point. The overall appeal, I think the main reason that I was very okay with this voting is that they don't melt. They're waxy. Don't get me wrong, they are waxy, and that is a little bit of a turnoff. That's why they're not higher, but they don't melt, and that is huge for me. And then the taste is, I mean, phenomenal. And then I think they were one of the first candies that, at least I can remember, that started doing the mystery flavors. Granted, it was usually always cherry, but still, you sometimes got a grape stuck in there, and you're like, oh, this is a treat.
No, I agree, definitely. This one definitely hit a nostalgia kick for me because, like you said, the commercials, but also, this was one of the candies that they were allowed to, like, sell in the schools that I was in. So you would be able to, after school, buy a candy bar. And one of the candy bars they offered were Airheads. Everybody wanted Airheads, come on.
I mean, you were hoping that your head would expand and you would fly away.
Yes! Like, you actually legit thought, hey, I'm gonna have a balloon head.
Yeah, it was kind of like Gatorade. Like, do you realize how many kids were disappointed when they realized that just because they drank the purple Gatorade did not mean that their sweat was gonna turn purple? I was one of them, BT dubs.
Yeah, I do agree, cherry was definitely the best flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It's lower on the list for me because as I'm older, the texture of it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because it's kind of, and that's why I think that I was very okay with the placement, is that as you get older, like, it's very much like a beef jerky kind of feel, but
Yes.
with taffy, and you don't need that in your life.
No. But I'll definitely, if I see one, I'll definitely be like, it's offered to me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, no,
As long as it's
100%.
cherry.
Now, I think as we continue with the list here, the comments are going to start getting more and more positive, showing our definite bias. If you want to go ahead and start number 7, this is one I'm super excited about.
Oh, are you excited about
I
this one?
love this candy growing up.
Okay, alright.
Number 7.
So, number 7 is Mike and Ikes. Mike and Ikes for me, I always go towards things with like fruit flavors,
That's fair.
and also it's got nostalgia of like going to the movies for me, where you would
Okay.
get your candy and you can get like a box of Mike and Ikes.
That's fair.
So,
For
Yeah.
me, I like the taste, of course. I did,
Mhm.
I did like some fruit tastes. I'm more of a sour than sweet kind of person, but
mm.
I can still jam on some Mike and Ikes. I think the reason that I ended up liking them so much as a kid is because my grandpa and I, every time we would go to the barber, they had one of those little 25-cent candy machines in there that you would, put the quarter in, spin the dial, some candy would pop out. Every single
Oh.
time that we would go to the barber, he would always buy me a couple handfuls of Mike and Ikes. And
Oh, I
just,
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just that memory has made that. If this candy would not have been in the top 10, we would probably still be fighting to this day about why it at least deserves a spot.
No, I actually really like Mike and Ikes, and I know the machines you're talking about. They used to
Yes.
have those at the corner store where I used to live when I was little.
Okay, the
Oh my
pizza shop
God.
that I used to work at up
Yes.
until a year ago still has them, actually.
Mm-hmm. They're so good. And the texture's not, it's, even as an adult, it's not weird. It didn't
No,
get weird for me.
It's not, because it kind of has that like hard outer shell. This way it doesn't
Mhm.
have to do a waxy kind of coating. And then the
Right.
inside is just chewy. It's pleasant through and through.
Also, just being a kid and taking a handful of different flavors and shoving them into your mouth and eating it all at once,
That's valid.
and as an adult.
As of 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. No, I actually haven't had Mike and Ikes in a while.
Neither have I. I might have to rectify that.
Number 6.
Number 6. Because now I feel the need to prove that I can, in fact, do my numbers. M&M's, which has a pleasant little product placement, not a sponsor yet, in the background of here. M&M's, I think for me, they don't, the commercials, especially the Santa one around Christmas time, holds one hell of an appeal for me. In regards to nostalgia. Taste is fine. The reason that it's so high on the list for me is because out of this one, you've got M&M's, you've got peanut butter, crunch, or not crunch, crispy, pretzel, peanuts. Actually, now that I think about it, I have peanut M&M's right here. M&M's are they're so good, and they come in so many packages. You don't even have to have the original. You could just have whatever else you like.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree fully on that. And also, you brought up so many memories with that Santa commercial. I can like picture it playing in my head with the, oh, he does exist.
They do exist.
Do exist. And they both just faint.
And
Oh
the
my
yellow one,
gosh.
Santa?
Yeah, I even had like some of the, growing up around the house, we had the little plushes of the M&M characters too. So nostalgia definitely played a big part in my decision. And
do you remember, and I'm not meaning to cut you off, do you remember
No, go ahead.
They had toys of them. Like, I had a yellow one that was on a motorcycle, and when you would push the motorcycle, a handful of M&Ms would come out, like, out of the exhaust pipe and into the, like, sidecar.
We had one of those.
Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, I think they did, like, a Star Wars crossover one, too. But also, M&M's, I mean, the chocolate, it's okay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's not the greatest.
Yeah.
It's decent,
But
but the appeal of it is like Bricker said, it stretches so far to the point where like you can get they have holiday themed packed ones where it's like green and red for Christmas or pink, red, and white for Valentine's Day. You can get it for your wedding with like your initials on it, and you can use them in cookies. There's so
Yeah,
many ways you can
that's-
use M&Ms,
yeah.
not just as a candy, but also as a candy.
And the best part about M&Ms is that they don't melt.
They don't.
Yeah, so the reason, and I'm not sure if you are aware of this, but the reason that they were actually made was so people could take them into hot climates during things like war and not have to deal with something melting.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, Google that, because if that's wrong, you need to take this out of the video.
They'll never know.
Exactly.
No, but yeah, I like that. Quick question for you before we move
Yes.
on. What's your favorite kind of M&M?
Oh, that is a toss-up between peanut butter and pretzel. I like the little salty sweet with pretzel, but with peanut butter, like, I like it, but at the same time, I'm like, I could just eat Reese Pieces.
Yeah, I think for me it's the straight up peanut ones. I used to just be a like straight up, just like the chocolate ones.
Yeah,
But I think I ate them for so long that now I need that little bit of texture,
now I get that.
a little bit of crunch. So that's my current like.
Number 5.
Number 5 is actually crunch, and this was the bit that me and Bricker went back and forth on of flipping, because originally Kitkat was number 5. So I want you to go first.
So, Crunch. The reason that I like the Crunch bar so much is because what's not to like? It is light, it is airy, it has little paps for when you're just wanting little paps here and there. It's great. Also, the fact that, I don't know why, but I just like the fact that you get this big-ass block of a candy bar that just has Crunch written across the front of it. I don't know why, but it appeals to me in ways that I cannot understand, and it tastes amazing.
And I admit something real quick.
Is this about to end our friendship?
No, it's probably gonna make you laugh.
Okay.
So when I was little and I had a crunch bar at one point, it was just one time, and what I did was I took the crunch bar and the crunch that it says on the front, I just dug my teeth straight through it. Like I just grated it across. Like
We're gonna talk about that at a later date.
oh my gosh, okay, going back.
But yeah,
Going back.
for me, it's light and it's airy, and also there is no better feeling than having a fully formed bar still in the wrapper and just going up to somebody and bap on the back of the head.
I've never done that.
Oh, it is just pleasant in so many ways.
Okay. For me, I do like the texture bits a little bit. Are they wafer?
No, I just said
I don't know. Whatever they are, the little pop bits in the inside.
Oh,
I like
those are Rice Crisps.
Rice Crisps. That could be why.
Yes.
I do like that you can break it. I don't know. I like breakability in a candy. That's weird.
And bones, yeah, got it.
And also just it's very light. It's a very light tasting candy. It's kind of easy to get, just like, especially when you get those little ones in the Halloween bags.
Yeah.
Just to pop them.
Yeah.
Just start
that is
popping them
fine.
because they're so light.
Yeah, I do that. Alright.
Number 4.
Well, moving on to number 4 is this is one of my personal favorites, but the Snickers, it's so good. The nostalgia doesn't really hit too much for me until about middle school, Bricker Boom, when he would get a Snickers and a Pepsi at lunchtime, even though he was supposed to get an actual lunch. But we don't talk about those days. But I really enjoy Snickers. I like the fact that it has peanuts in it. I like the caramel drizzle. I like the chocolate. Literally, everything about a Snickers bar is just absolutely pleasant for me. And also, they have like the new peanut butter ones, and I have nothing negative to say about Snickers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you felt so passionately.
Listen, trust me, when we reveal the number 3, 2, and 1, you'll see why I didn't fight too hard.
Okay. So for me, Snickers, funnily enough, was like, when I first got a Snickers, it was like, I'm a grown-up. I don't know.
Oh my god, then oh my god, there's no nostalgia for you. Our list is
No. What I mean is, like, I felt like a grown-up.
Uh-oh.
Being able to get a Snickers, it was like a fancy candy for me as a little kid. Like,
adorable.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a Snickers. But same notes as Bricker. It's honestly everything I would want in, like, if I were to make like a chocolate kind of dipped shortbread. It's like that, but way better.
Yeah, and also a lot easier to do because all you have to do is just grab one from the store instead of making it.
And the appeal for that one for me is also, they also have like an ice cream version of it, which is amazing.
Oh, the ice cream version is amazing.
Yes, it's addictive. And then they have like little minis, which are also perfect size. It's just
size. Pop them in your mouth.
I think I actually spoke to you at one point, Bricker, about buying a massive Snickers from a store.
Like the
where it was like
pound bars?
Yes!
Yes, and guys, diabetes.
Oh my god, that thing lasted me like 2 weeks, but every time I saw it, I'd just nod on it and I was so happy.
Number 3.
And with that, number 3.
Number 3! Isn't it you?
No, I just did Snickers.
Oh, okay. Well, number 3 is Skittles. So, in prefacing this, I do want to say really quick, because I know people in the comments are probably going to be like, what is this? There's no sour candy on this list. Me and Bricker both love sour candy, however, we like it so much we decided that deserves its own separate video.
100% agree, because sour Skittles would be way up there for Bricker.
Yeah, I actually put sour Skittles as a option for this list, but then we decided, let's do our own little sour candy video.
Yeah.
So that's why there's none on here.
2024, we got you a sour candy.
Wait for it.
It's called a long play, guys. You just gotta be patient.
Playing the long game.
That's right.
We're gonna put some hidden stuff in this video, and then years later, we'll ask you about it.
And if you get it wrong, you have to post, I'm a loser on Instagram. Or don't, I'm not your father.
Okay. Alright, so, Skittles. For me, the commercials.
Yeah.
Definitely big. Skittles, Taste the Rainbow, and all the weird stuff they came up with for those commercials.
Like the guy that had, like, Skittles pox and the girl would
Yes.
pull them off his face and eat them. Yeah, like, the commercials are weird as hell, but I think that's how they've remained relevant for so long.
Oh, absolutely. They were a big, like, they made me want to eat them, as weird as they were.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say that with Skittles, I'm not a big fan of the lemon or the orange, but all the other flavors, even the sour ones of lemon and orange, I do enjoy.
I don't like the green apple flavor.
You're a monster.
I'm gonna say it. I don't know why they changed it from lime. Lime was perfectly good. They should have not changed it. Don't you dare shake your head at me!
It's like she knows.
But they actually sell bags now, because me and Morty can...
lime.
Of all lime, but also with the original flavors. Like, all original flavors. So, that's the one I get. That's the one I love. And I love that, like, that little... I like the feeling of, like, biting into the little, like, harder shell, but then it, like, gives. And then you chew and you get that flavor.
It's funny you say that, because what I did as a kid, I would take the flat end of the remote control, I would squish down the Skittle, so it was flat and expanded, and then I would usually eat it that way.
I actually did do that as a child.
Yeah. I don't know why. But just that's why it kind of ranked a little bit higher on the list, is I may not like all the flavors, but I have a very specific childhood memory connected to it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Starburst. Now, I feel like that may be a hot take for some people, but the reason being, and I'm gonna just lay this out, pink. That's it.
Pink and red.
Yeah, but I want to say, I think pink is a bit more popular. I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right about that.
But they do have, actually, now that I'm thinking about, a bag that sells all pink and red, because those are the superior flavors. That's why they're as high as they are on this list. And not only that, but the thing is, they did the same thing as a lot of the other candies, and they went in the direction of, we can do other things like tropical flavors and sour flavors and stuff like that, and they're still pretty good even at that. So
yeah,
that's why they really went so high on the list for me, anyway.
For me, it's the same, but also I like you. The more you chew it, the more flavor you get.
Yeah,
out
like
of
it does not run out of flavor anytime soon.
No, and side note. Skittles jelly beans are, they're the bomb.
No, they're... Oh. No. Oh.
I'm sorry, not Skittles, Starburst.
I was about to say, because you unlocked the memory of Skittles bubblegum.
Oh!
But...
Oh, God!
Yeah. Welcome to 1995. But the Starburst jelly beans are better than regular jelly beans. I am not ashamed to say that.
Also, the unwrapped ones, the little unwrapped Starburst, they're pretty good, too.
Well, I don't think I've
had
those.
Oh yeah, they've got little bags and they're Starburst unwrapped, but you don't have to unwrap them. They're just there. You just.
Oh my god, that is the one downside of Starburst.
Yeah, unwrapping them.
Yes.
Oh. But at the same time, it kind of is nostalgia because at least for me in my school, it was like we had this stupid thing where you had to see if you could unwrap it just with your tongue. Like, put it in your mouth fully, and then unwrap it with your tongue and take the wrapper out.
Yeah, we had that too until too many kids started choking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I won, so.
Yeah, that's why she's married. Number 1. How do we want to do number 1?
Number 1? I mean...
It should not surprise anybody, let's be honest.
It really shouldn't.
Number 1!
Okay, I'll let you say the name.
Alright. I'm sorry, it's a cop-out. I don't care. I'm not sorry. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yes!
The reason why is... well, no, you can go first because I got to say the name.
Okay. The reason why it's so high for me is this is always the candy I want. When I want something sweet and I want something salty, like my brain just thinks and goes, you want a Reese's. Yep. You want that kick at the same time. It's got the salty from the peanut butter, the sweet from the chocolate, and it's the perfect amount ratio.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get that.
When
for me, kind of the same thing. Also, let's be honest, especially in regards to like overall appeal, if you want to talk about that for a second, when you take the wrapper off and you manage to get it off perfectly.
Woo!
And there's not, I mean, come on, guys.
You are talking to me right now.
I know, there really should be no argument as to why this is number 1. And not only that, but the thing is, you've got pumpkins, you've got Christmas trees, you've got eggs. They come in so many different shapes, and the recipe is always the same and always fantastic.
Yeah. It's like, it's just perfect.
It is.
It's
Even
perfect.
the minis, like the mini ones, those are fun.
Oh, the minis are so delightful. And then like even to add to the nostalgia, then you get those little like Christmas packs of like the Reese's minis where they're like gold and green and red. And just seeing like the little fluted sides of it. Even when you don't get it off perfectly, who doesn't lick the wrapper?
No, that's fair. And not only that, but the thing is, like, they took it a step further because Reese's Pieces are also super nostalgic. But now they're just like, you know what? Let's just go ahead, cram those bad boys inside of a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, which adds the whole crunch thing. I like crunchy peanut butter, and this just it just brings it all home for me.
Or you get like an ice cream that has like Reese's bits in it.
Oh.
Come on, tell
And
me that's not.
They do Klondike bars in their own ice cream bar too.
Whew.
So good.
It's really good. It's like it's kind of like when you make, well, at least I make Buckeyes for the holidays.
Oh, I love
It's
Buckeyes.
It's like a version of that,
Yeah, it's
you know?
a flat Buckeye basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't have to make it year round. Grab a Reese's.
Exactly.
Eat a Reese's. Consume Reese's.
Sponsor us, Reese's. We know you're. But that has been the first first top 10 list. We'll probably trim some down, cut some things out. This will be a bit longer of a video as we kind of explain why we're doing this. But as always, if you like the video, even if you didn't like the video, think about giving it a big old thumbs up. Think about subscribing. While you're at it, make sure to check out me. Make sure to check out Mortish here on Twitch. Links will be down below in the description. She also has a YouTube channel. I assume that we're going to post this on both. I don't know what your plans are with that, but I think that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, everybody, until next time, peace out.